I just, we always talk about how important it is in boxing. You read so many comments, only in boxing after last night, only in boxing, and why it's important to be the A side. Because what you were touching on earlier, if Roach takes the knee, what does that look like last night? If Otto Wallen has his eye cut like Tyson Fury did, is that fight stopped? Or does the A side and the money guy get the leeway? And a lot of controversy. I thought a real thorough breakdown by you.
Yeah. I think we know the answers. We know the answers, unfortunately.
But we need the rematch, and we'll get it. But I touched on last night during the live stream, it's the great Angelo Dundee with Ali when he couldn't see and he was blinded. He didn't say go out there and call a timeout, take a knee. Go and run, move until you can see. And just to be able to go out there and call a timeout, it's like being in the schoolyard. Oh, do-over. Unbelievable. This has to be addressed. This can't just continue. This referee must be sat down and reprimanded. And hopefully we get some answers and we get the rematch.
We won't. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I am, but I'm ashamed of myself. I am so cynical, but this sport has made me cynical. I'm sorry. I don't see anyone's going to reprimand this referee. What are they going to do? I mean, it happens too often. It's happened too often. I don't know. We need a national commission. That's the only thing I could think of, but we're not getting one right now. But the last thing I want to say to put a bow on this one, Bud, we talked about the controversial part, but I want to finish with the great part. That was high-level boxing. That was two guys at the highest level showing their skills and everything that goes with it. And the contrary to what a lot of people think, that was just slugging, that was just fighting. No, that was high-level boxing. That was the sweet science at its best. I mean, a lot of people think sweet science with the separation, and you make a guy miss and you counter, and then all of a sudden you're in front of him, boom! You're the invisible man. You're on the side. That's sweet science too, yes. And it's easier to see. It grabs your attention. Oh, wow, look at that guy. He's on the outside. Yeah, he slipped 4 punches. Bop, bop, bop. He threw back. Then he was gone. He was gone. Where'd he go? Yeah, that's sweet science. Yeah. But when you're inside in a dangerous place, in the middle of the furnace, with all the flames and everything going, and you don't get burnt up, you don't get torched, you don't get scorched. That is high-level boxing. That is the sweetest of the sweet of science. I just marveled at it. These two guys, oh my goodness, they were inside in that cauldron, in that dangerous place, and their punches are missing by a fraction. They're riding it by a fraction, and they're throwing everything straight, and there's no room for error. Both guys, especially Tank, so dangerous. One little misstep, one little punch that's not quite straight enough, not quite timed enough. Not quite the right angle. Bang, it's all over. Like my Italian friends would say. Nick Baffy, God bless you, the thin man. Great boxing guy, great friend. He's up in heaven. He used to say after a good meal, he used to say, Teddy, Benny, whatever. I'm known for slaughtering all different languages, all different, I'm international for slaughtering. I am. I'm international for slaughtering everything, names, this, that. But, hey, what are you going to do? I love my sport that I've been in for 50 years. I hate what people do to it. I hate it. I don't hide that. I love the fighters. I admire the fighters. I try to defend the fighters the best I can. But that was appreciated by me. To see, I appreciate Floyd Mayweather. I appreciate Sugar Ray Leonard. I appreciate, all those great fighters. Muhammad Ali, that, Willie Papu. I got a picture of Will of the Wisp over here. You know, all of those guys when they do their thing. And they did their thing last night in a box. In a box where there was very little room. And they made that box special. They did special things in that box. They made punches just missed. They threw straight. They made a little move here, a little. It was, and it was like I said, there was no room for a mistake. There was just no. It had to be at that level, and it was at that level. It was great.